Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Florida and the Philippines. We are live from the Tampa airport cell phone lot, waiting on some clients coming in, going to Clearwater Beach. So we figured we'd do a video. We haven't done a video in a while. She must be handicapped. Oh, Lord. There was this lady in front of us fighting with something on the ground. I don't know if she was trying to put a diaper on or something, but now she's in the restrooms. But we figured we'd touch base with you, take you along on the trip from Tampa Airport going to Clearwater Beach, one of the hotels on Clearwater Beach. I'm Edward, and my wife Nita. She's from the Philippines. I'm from the USA, and eventually we're going to retire in the Philippines. Oh, there she is. She's back out again. She must have threw whatever was in the trash. We're just observing the people around us. Sometimes they're hilarious, but we'll show you around the parking lot here in Tampa Airport. The new cell phone lot is pretty full, so people are starting to travel again. So that's a good sign. I know it's only domestic travel, but it is what it is. I'm going to show you what the flight board looks like here in a second here, if I can switch the camera around. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can change it. Here we go. We're back. I don't know what's going on with these cameras. I got to get used to this StreamYard on the Galaxy phone, so it works a little different than the home computer. Let's see if it switches right. Here we go. Here's the camera. There we go. Now it's working. Not sure how to zoom in with this StreamYard. It doesn't seem like it let me. This lady in front of us in the handicap spots there just got in our car. I don't know if you can see that or not. But this lady in front of us, the handicap spot there, she's been acting pretty funny, like she's off her medication or something, or drunk or something going on. She was trying to get something into a plastic bag that kept blowing away in her hand. Couldn't do it for some reason. Scared. Yeah. Interesting night. Interesting night. We just had a little bit of a rain here in Florida. If anybody's there, please like and subscribe to this video if you're watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You can catch all our videos when we travel around the world, from Florida to the Philippines. There's quite a few videos on there now from the Philippines and open it. Just open it. Don't mess with it. Yeah, I told you we were doing the video. A lot of people here at the Tampa airport cell phone lot tonight. Oh my goodness, we got flights coming in from Atlanta, two from Baltimore, two from Charlotte, Chicago Midway, Cleveland, four from Dallas, Love, and Dallas Fort Worth, Denver, Fort Lauderdale, Houston. I don't see any no international flights yet. Miami, Minneapolis, Nashville, New Orleans twice, Oakland twice, Pensacola, Philadelphia, St. Louis, two from Washington, one from DCA, and one from IAD. Some are delayed. Looks like at least four, five, six are delayed. They said we're getting some rain showers and lightning, the sign said in the area. But anytime they get lightning around here at Tampa Airport, they pull in all the ground crews. So there's no crew to unload the plane luggage or fuel it or anything like that, or even get it to a parking spot, to a gate. So it's a sign. Just the brand new restrooms they built. Yeah, they're nice and clean. Brand new machines for vending. They actually got looks like one, two, three, maybe four bathrooms. I think one or two of them are for family, like husband, wife, and child to change the diaper on the kids or something. One might be for people that are confused. They're not sure if they're female or male, but they have one for them, I guess. Not sure what that fourth one's for. Maybe the whole family can go. Another crazy lady lost her car walking around the park, trying to get in other people's cars. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Try to get in the other car. One's gray, one's white. I just want to pull up a little bit. So to look in front of us, get away from these crazy people a little bit. Pull out. All part of the school. 98 on the dash earlier, but it was hotter than that. Maybe we shouldn't have pulled up just in case that lady. Oh, yeah. There's a parking spot that charges your car, so you're not supposed to be parked there unless you're charging your electric car. There's electric. Electric, yeah, parking for electric. I don't think that's an electric vehicle. 8:31 p.m. Friday night. Friday, September 4th. Probably Saturday in the Philippines right now, 8:31 in the morning. Or 8:31 p.m. I think the Philippines is about 12 hours ahead of us.
So 8:32 noon, afternoon.
Morning, 8:32 a.m. That's the time right now. It's 8:32 a.m. It is. It's 8:32 p.m. here. It's 8:32 a.m. in the Philippines. Are you okay? Can't be 8:32 in the afternoon. There is no such thing. 8:32 p.m. or a.m. Either one. Yeah, it's p.m. here. It's tomorrow in the Philippines right now in the morning. Don't worry, we're getting old, folks. We can't remember what time it is over here or over there sometimes. We try. People going in and out. If I close this down and I'm going to go broadcast. Again, this is our first broadcast with StreamYard. This is powered by StreamYard. It's a new thing everybody seems to be using. Puts comments live across the screen, the broadcast screen. People make comments during a live broadcast. Take a look, see if we can find this. See what happens when I minimize this thing. Wide? Yeah, it's widescreen. Good. Pretty good. What happens when I push this button? So far, so good. Look at it's broadcasting. I got it blocked out. Let's see if it stays. That'd be pretty cool if we could minimize it. But it froze the broadcast. Open the restroom. Maybe she passed out. Maybe that's maybe it's a good thing. Maybe she was driving and drunk and pulled in here to go to sleep or something. When we first got here, it looked like she was trying to change her diaper or something. I don't know what she was doing. Crazy.
Yes, it's
And something else on the floor, like pants or something. I don't know what she threw on the floor.
cannot touch it. Other is a dead baby,
I don't
a
know.
cat, or
Yeah.
a dog. It's a black thing.
Pretty funny. Quite awful. I don't know. Now we're going to go up to the garage, folks. If we meet a client at Tampa Airport, we like to go up, park in a certain level in the garage. Makes it so much easier to find somebody than trying to find somebody in a crowd at curbside. Tampa Airport's still under construction, so they have several floors closed in the garage, so we'll see which one's open tonight. You landed. All right. Got a text message. Yay. Right now we're passing the airport post office here on the left-hand side. On the right, you see the new rail tracks they put in for the Japanese. They bought these Japanese trains that run on the cement rail tracks. They're fully automated, no driver driving them, just computers driving them. They just go back and forth to the airport, to the terminal, and the parking garage. As you see, they got a lane closed here, still doing construction. Parking garage, that's the extended parking right there. We're going to short-term parking. As you see, more construction barrels and another lane closed. They say when it gets done, it's going to be really nice, but right now, yeah, when and how many years it's going to be done during my lifetime or maybe your lifetime, but yeah, it's constantly under construction, this airport, so. Whoa, I just got rained on or something. Gee, somebody peed off the garage roof or something. I don't know what that was. What are you doing, man? You people stop to read the signs. It's ridiculous. And we'll go up to level 7. It's our favorite floor is closed. We like number 8. Some people like number 9 because it's the roof, but it's not good when it's raining out. So I like number 7 or number 8. But 8 is closed tonight. It's been closed for the last month or 2, maybe 3 months. COVID-19 hit. They must have shut down those levels, level 9 and level 8, for some kind of reason. Maybe they're going to use it. They were going to use it for COVID testing or something areas, or who knows. Who knows these days what the government's thinking. It's crazy. We're going to park here at the handy dandy disabled parking permit. Armstrong. Armstrong elevators. Let the people know. Hold on 1 second. All right, you're back. Who do we have joining us today? This is the Armstrong elevators right here. We try to park as close as possible to these elevators. Sometimes these parking garages are so full that we have to wait elsewhere, and then when the people say they're on the level, we just pull up. There's a little area right there. You pull up front and load people up, take them to their house or hotel, wherever they're going to. We try to make it as easy as possible. Our travel agency is called Pinellas Travel and Cruises. If you ever need to set up any travel arrangements or anything like that, to or from Florida or to and from the Philippines, we've traveled to and from both places several times. So, like right now, the Philippines, if you wanted to go to the Philippines, you can. You just got to get an entry visa. Usually, if you're from the US, you don't need one. They'll give you a visa when you arrive, a tourist visa. But they're not issuing any tourist visas at this time. So you need permission to enter now before you even get on the plane. They're saying you can get a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, or 1 year entry visa, but you have to have a reason to go to the Philippines. You have to have a wife there, children, biological children there that you're going to see. And then you need proof. You need like their birth certificate from the Philippines, your marriage certificate, from the Philippines or US proving that, and a letter from your wife in the Philippines explaining that she needs you there in the Philippines, that she's there waiting for you for your arrival. And you got to mail your passport to Washington, D.C., the Philippine consulate, in order to get the entry visa. And I hear they're pretty quick. So when you send it out, like on a Monday, you can most likely get it back by Friday if you use like UPS or something like that. I think the guy said the 12-year visa is like $90, and you got to send cash or money order. They don't take checks or credit cards. So yeah, 12 months, 1 year. Yeah, 1 year. 1 year visa, entry visa is good for 12 months if you pay $90. Most people just send them $100, and that should cover everything. And then you gotta, before you get on the plane, 2 weeks before you get on the plane, you gotta go on one of the websites like PhilippineAirlines.com or PhilippineAirways.com, and they have the COVID-19 information there where you have to go to a website and purchase a COVID-19 screening online before you get on the plane, at least 2 weeks before you get on the plane. And you'll need that, pay for that online. You'll print out a barcode from what I hear, and you have to show the barcode at the airport, like if you're going to Manila Airport or something like that. Then you have to go to the COVID-19 station, get your swab. Then you have to pre-book, that is a hotel stay at one of the approved hotels that the Philippine government immigration has set up as a authorized hotel for you to stay at during the screening process. And you should get results within 2 days, so expect to be at the hotel for 2 days at least. If the test comes back positive, they may keep you up to 14 days at that hotel at your expense. So keep that in mind. And keep in mind also, that's what's going on today. Now, that could change tomorrow. So as of today, what is it, Friday, September 4th? That's what's going on today. Tomorrow, who knows? We're hearing different things that the president from the Philippines had mentioned in news conferences that he wants to open the country up really soon, especially before Christmas. He wants families to be together for Christmas. So they're hoping to get the vaccine from Russia. It's supposed to be like a free vaccine or something like that from Russia. It's going to donate it, or the Philippine government's going to give it for free to everybody. Hopefully they have enough for everybody, especially the people that travel should have it, you know. Whether it works or not is yet to be seen. But make sure you book your hotel if you're going in, and if you do get the entry visa. They said also, if you don't have an entry visa, if you have a 13A, like if you're married to a Filipino and have the 13A visa, it's considered a long-term visa. You don't need the entry visa. You can just get on the plane with the 13A. Has to be long-term visa, and it can't be the one. What the one we have is the what?
I-card.
No, the visa. Balik Bayan. Balik BB visa we have is good for a year, but it's not considered long-term like 13A. It means you're married to somebody in the Philippines, and you're allowed to be there on a yearly basis, renewable each year, I guess. Or it might be permanent. It also gives you permission to work in the Philippines or open a bank account or something. You might have to get an I-card for that from immigration, but
We have I-card.
I think the banks need an I-card regardless. Maybe the 13A visa will work, but I think you need the I-card with it to open a bank account. So be prepared for that if you want to do business in the Philippines or have a Philippine bank account or want to buy anything there as far as property goes. You should get all the immigration stuff done right away. Another thing is the driver's license. You're allowed to use your American USA valid driver's license in the Philippines up to 90 days, as long as it's in English language, they said today. So you can drive for up to 90 days.
International.
You can get the international driving permit as well, but you really don't need it. All you need is your passport and your American driver's license, they're saying now. After 90 days, you can get a Filipino driver's license if you're there longer than 90 days, but you got to be at least a minimum 90 days in the Philippines. Then your USA driver's license is no good, so you have to get a Filipino driver's license, whether it's temporary or permanent, and that'll serve as a Filipino government issued ID as well if you need it to do banking and stuff. Yes, throw this away here. Can't have this here, huh? That's why I threw it down there so people don't see it. Yeah, they're getting their luggage right now. They'll text when they're on the way up. Water in the back to replace the other one?
Yeah.
They're coming up here anyway.
There's no water in here.
Can you reach the one behind you? Just put it in the slot there. That's what they have. Okay. Down there, huh? Why are you holding that? So, right out the window. Get down there. Nobody sees it. This one's here, right?
The other one, he just open and drink really, you drink out and I walk. No, let me do this. Let me do this. This bugging me.
Throw it out.
Yeah.
Throw it out in the trash can. Like
No,
you would.
I mean,
All right, there's the wife. She'll be in the video in a minute. That's Nita. She's the best thing that's happened to me in my entire life. What a great person. You'll find that out if you've never met a Filipino or had a Filipino girlfriend. They are great people, very loving, very caring. Nothing like any other woman that I've ever dated or been with my entire life. Very down to earth, like I said, very loving, very caring people. And the majority, if not all, the people in the Philippines are like that. They will give you the shirt off their back. They will let you sleep in their bed. And if you're thirsty and don't have water, they will give you water and drink and feed you if you're hungry. Very nice people. And they're very beautiful people too. My wife is very beautiful, especially without the mask. Everybody's watching you all. This is it. Where are we going? Let's see. 430 South Gulf View, Clearwater Beach. 36-minute trip. Not too bad. Can you reach that curtain and drop the shade? Just pull it up to unhook it. Can you reach it or not? No, it's hard. Don't worry, you can't reach it. It's dark out now, so I can see at least. You can slide the chair back probably. Here, push the chair back.
I can't.
Yeah, chair should slide back, no?
No, I'm gonna just. What do you want to do?
You gotta pull it up for it to go down. It's a shade, yeah, on the top. It's gotta unhook. Never mind, I'll do it. Don't break it. It's very delicate. Just gotta pull it up, and it unhooks, and it rolls up, goes down. Okay. Side behind me is down, right? You ready? Shades down behind me. All right. Start. Robin? Yes.
Yes. It was awful. Awful. What? Yes. 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 Hello. Thank you for bringing that back. Okay, I got it.
All right.
There's a cold water in the dolphin.
Okay, thank you. There's some lights down there too, maybe. Feel like it rained a little bit too, so
Was there a bad storm?
I don't think it was bad. It might have been bad here, but it wasn't where we were at. We were on St. Pete Beach and it was fun.
How far are we from our
About 30, 36 minutes. It looks like.
We're so ready to stop moving.
I hear you.
Wow. Oh, the flight, that airplane is
Is it cold?
it was stuffed, and we came in for one landing and they aborted, which scared us to death. Like we almost touched down and then he took back off again. Scared us because they said another plane got too close to us.
Oh Lord.
and there was no air, so we sweat.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, it was horrible.
There were just so many people.
Yeah, there was. It was packed. There wasn't a single seat, and there were 20 something on wait list.
You're the second one that told us that. Second one today. They're like, they said and they got an email saying, "Hey, warning, we're gonna pack this flight." It's a full flight. Like, geez.
We missed our first flight because on the runway at our original where we got on a flight, they kept us on the runway for 30 minutes.
That would worry me.
That made us miss our second flight. But thank goodness we were on standby, but we thought we were going to have to wait for another flight, but we got on this one, which was so great.
That's good.
But then we were miserable the whole time. I don't know. We're just ready to.
At least you're here. That's the greatest part.
Any land you walk away from is good land.
Oh, goodness. Most other airlines are still doing only 50%. American Airlines said no.
They are packing it out.
They said, yeah, they're
And
going
no
to.
air.
And they said, well, I guess because they're doing that, the CEO said, what, no change fees now? If you want to change your flight, you can if it's
Right.
packed.
There wasn't any change fees.
Yeah.
And the other thing was there was no drinks, no ice,
God.
none of that.
The flight from hell.
Yes,
Oh,
they
God.
gave you a warm bottle of water and then one of the little bottle of warm water and a cookie. And that was
A
it.
hot cookie.
Yeah, a hot cookie. That's right.
God.
So
Oh,
I'm
Lord.
so glad and thank you for being right there. Gosh, that
Yeah.
was wonderful.
All we need is their info, and we'll be there. Right?
This is the best part of the trip so far. It's cool in here, and you were right there.
We try to. We try to do our best. We're a travel agency as well as ground transportation. So yeah, you'll see the difference right away that compared to other companies. It's
Oh, I
like,
actually just found y'all online. That's all. I got online and was searching for transportation, and so I wrote down I think 4 of them, and so I called all 4, and you guys were within reasonable rate. You were within the reason, and I didn't have any trouble talking to whoever I was talking to.
yeah, I think you once you wanted a website, it's like Booking.com. It's called Shuttle Fare or something like that, probably, or something. Did she give you a card?
Yes,
Just
I did.
call us directly next time, and it'll save you even more money.
Okay.
They get a piece,
Okay.
so they charge extra on their websites to get a little more. To get a bite on. Exactly. Look at us directly. We don't take a big bite. We just take a little bite.
Well,
It saves you 10 or 20 bucks. So, I mean, never know that helps.
we've never been to Tampa before. We normally travel outside the United States, but with Corona, we're not wanting to do that.
You really can't. I mean,
So that's the reason we
Nita
chose.
here, she's one of the owners, and she's from the Philippines, and she's trying to get back. She can't go to the Philippines. She can go if she gets an entry visa. Usually, you don't need it if you're from the U.S. So you get the visa when you get there. Yes, entry to actually leave the U.S. to get on a Philippine flight. It's like a visa. Yeah, an entry visa.
Just travel to Mexico and you don't have to have anything there.
No.
Except a passport.
Philippines is the same. You don't need anything, just a passport. And when you get there, they give you a stamp, a visa for 30 days, 60 days, tourist visa or whatever. And it's beautiful there. My God. I mean, and they have very little coronavirus there, very, very little. Like 100 people. I mean, it's ridiculous out of the whole country.
That's why
They don't want nobody
They don't
else.
want people coming over.
Right.
Yeah,
You have to have a good
bringing
reason.
it over.
You have to have a wife or husband over there ready, waiting for you in order to get the entry visa, or a child there, something like that. Maybe if there's a sick relative and you want to go, maybe. I say maybe.
I've been to Florida several times, but never to Tampa, never to Clearwater Beach.
Clearwater is awesome. You got a really nice beach. You just have to watch out for the lightning here. Lightning strikes. Yeah. If you're on the beach and you hear thunder, please go inside because we want you to go home. All right. I mean, some people come and they hear thunder and play in the rain and they get hit by lightning. So don't take it for granted, please. It's the lightning capital of the U.S., Clearwater Beach. Okay. So if you're a golfer, I warn golfers. I warn people on the beach. Usually it's people from Ohio. If you're not from Ohio, you should be okay. If you're from Ohio, I don't know what's in their water or something, but I don't know. There's a lot of metal or something in the water. Should be okay. Even if it's not raining. If you hear thunder, it could be storm here in Tampa, and you could be on Clearwater Beach. A bolt of lightning will look for somebody on the beach. I don't know why it does that, but it's weird. Right, something. I mean, last time it hit somebody from North Carolina, and they lived, thank God. They got like a branch of it. But usually the people from Ohio, direct hit. I mean, you don't get back up. I mean, it's that strong here. It's. What's the name of the hotel? It's one of the best, I believe. It's designed like a horseshoe, and every room should have a view of the Gulf of Mexico. That's the way they designed it. So, and the patio is supposed to be awesome. Oh, it's like what, 2 years, 3 years, maybe.
And here's another question.
Huh?
What about to eat some good fish? That's preferably not a chain restaurant.
How much?
Idea?
Yeah, it depends how much you want to spend. You have places like Krabby Bill's that you can go to, which is right at the circle. We'll pass the circle and I'll point it out to you. It's not that far. It's like 2 or 3 blocks walking distance, right by where all the boats are at, where the boat rides are at and everything. The charter boats and the little boats that go out to see the dolphins and stuff.
Like medium expensive or really expensive?
Depends what you pick on the menu too.
Okay.
Now, if you see market price, be prepared to pay $100.
Okay.
I'm just telling you. I don't know what it is or where it came from that it's that expensive. I made that mistake once. I was like, oh, lobster, I'll get some of that market price. What the heck? Yeah, $100 bill right there just for the lobster. So ask questions. Yeah. Yeah, the crabs that come from Alaska or something could be very expensive. They're good, but yeah. Now, if you want to go past the circle a little bit to North Beach, it's like another block past where the fishing boats are or Krabby Bill's. It's on one street in from the main drag. It's called Cooters. Really, really good. Really, really good. Seafood and affordable. It's like no frills. You sit at like wooden chairs and wooden
There's a
tables.
place in California used to eat at. You could either go in the restaurant and get wine and dine, or they had a window for the surfers, man. You could eat the same food and get it in a paper, deal.
Yep.
Oh, it was so delicious.
Yeah, that's a great place.
Sometimes we'd go in, sometimes we'd get it from the window.
What's that ugly, the beachside Frenchie?
Yeah, you got some chains, local chains on the beach, like Frenchie's Rockaway. You'll see there's like 5 or 6 of them on the beach in different locations. They're okay. If you go to the one in North Beach, it's called Frenchie's Rockaway. It's right on the beach. I highly recommend the one on the beach because Hulk Hogan eats there. He will sit down next to you and have a seafood dinner right next to you. And if you do see Hulk Hogan, he's a resident celebrity. He frequents that. He loves that restaurant. So he's there like every night eating dinner. And like I said, if you see him, please ask him for his autograph. He loves his fans. He will get up from a 5-star dinner to shake your hands, put his arms around you, take pictures, and sign autographs. He loves his fans. So if you do see him, please ask him for an autograph. I did, and he scared the hell out of me.
I'll wait till he's 30.
Yeah. He was going in the restaurant. I'm sitting outside. I'm waiting for somebody to come out. They wanted to have breakfast or whatever there before they went to the airport. So I'm sitting outside the restaurant, curbside, and here comes Hulk Hogan walking towards me with his daughter, Brooke. And I'm like, and some other guy that I later found out was a record producer for his daughter. I guess she made some records. And I really didn't want to bother him. But how often do you see these people? I was like, hey, Hulk. I grew up watching them. Me and my cousins, we broke beds doing body slams. you know, as kids. So I was like, hey, Hulk, if you get a chance, can I get an autograph or a picture? And he walked past me, didn't say nothing. But he heard me. He was talking to his daughter, so he didn't stop talking to her. But as soon as he was done, he stopped, turned around, came up behind me, and did the okay, brother. I almost peed myself. I scared the heck out of me. He's all right, brother. Let me go inside and get some beers with me. I'll be right out. I'm like, he came out, put his arms around us, thumbs up. We took like 50 pictures, and he didn't mind. You know, we took like 50 pictures.
So he lives at
Right on Clearwater Beach now. Yep, yep. He lives in a mansion now. He used to live in a bungalow house at first when he was going through that mess in his life, but now he's doing very well again. Yep, very well again. Yeah, he lives in Clearwater Beach, on far North Beach. If you ask one of the locals, like, there's a lot of free rides on the beach. You just tip the drivers. Might say a restaurant on there like Cooters, or might say Frenchie's. They'll give you free rides up and down the beach. You just tip the driver. They will know where his house is. They'll take you right to his front door. If you see him outside, take pictures with him. He's usually in the driveway waxing his car. That's how accessible he is. Unbelievable. Yep. Yep. I heard he's known to knock on the neighbor and say, "Hey, do you have a cup of sugar I can borrow?" You know, he's that accessible. So, yeah, really, really nice guy. And we draw a lot of celebrities, so be prepared to see some celebrities, which is real popular.
John Wayne or
Good luck with that one. Yeah.
I just really wouldn't know celebrities anymore.
Yeah, they act different for the most part, but the Church of Scientology is here. That's why it brings a lot of them here. A lot of them come here.
Where we go when we go to New York and we stay there, that there's the big church of Scientology right next door to our hotel.
Yep, yep.
I've never seen anybody famous coming out there, but anyway.
Here that brings all the stars. What's the one that lives here? He lives in Ocala, Florida now. The Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta. Yeah. His wife, he's lost a son, didn't he, or something?
And he lives here?
He lives in Ocala, Florida, which is just north of here. And he has one of those airport homes where he pulls out of the driveway in a plane and gets on the runway and takes off. So very nice, exclusive neighborhood. But we get all the
Let me
stuff.
ask you a question.
Yep.
If a person wanted to rent a one-bedroom apartment here, what would that run a month?
On the beach or off the beach?
No, off the beach.
Off the beach, you're looking at around $1,500, $1,300 a month,
Okay.
and up, depending where you're at. On the beach, you're looking at $2,500 and up, depending where.
Can you rent it for 3 months and walk away, or do they want a year lease?
If you do like what is it called, Airbnb, yes, probably. But and then there's a lot of local realtors that do vacation rentals, and they'll do 2-3 months, I'm sure. Yeah. So I just don't know any offhand that I can recommend.
I'm not getting old enough where I can retire here in the next 5 years. So
A lot of people come here for
I'm
that.
standing my condo.
Yeah, we got a one-bedroom condo
That is nice.
right on the water, Boca Ciega Bay. Fishing dock out your back door, swimming pool out the back door. 135,000, and you own it right on the beach. Yes, that's it. Right on the water, right across the bridge from St. Pete Beach.
I have 2 doors in the front and in the back.
And she's got a door in the back that goes right out to the
35,000.
135,000 for a condo. Ground floor. Yep, ground floor.
And what's the boat dock run? You got to pay for it, or is it
It's
yours?
just a fishing dock. What they have, a boat can come and get you, and right in the middle of the water there from the dock, there's a what do they call it? Where you can park your boat on an anchorage. You can, yeah, there's like a buoy or something there, and you can park the boat for free. You just got to take your dinghy back and forth to the boat, kind of thing. So, but it's just a fishing dock, but it does have a door where you can get on to like a boat or a dinghy and go out, or
If you meet
one
in
of those
the
little
door, you can see the bridge to
St. Pete
St.
Beach.
Pete Beach. And
The water right there.
yeah,
Boca
then I
Ciega.
live across to Pasadena Hospital.
Yeah, the hospital's nearby, so doctors, restaurants, we're close to everything there. The office is right at the corner where she lives.
Walmart, everything goes walking distance.
Yeah, it's a nice road too. I mean, there's no crime there. There's a sheriff that sits at the corner, and there's only one way in, one way out. So,
You have to be a 55 plus.
or owned by
And
somebody.
we made it.
There you go. One person, yeah, one person in the family has to be 55 or over. They'll accept a husband or wife that's younger. But
They have to with these big millionaires with their young wives, see?
exactly, exactly. And they have restrictions what size vehicle you can have. That's a pain in the butt, but like no SUVs, no big pickup trucks, no full size SUVs, I should say. Yeah, they're very restricted. No Suburban, no Yukon XL, because we had a new Yukon XL and they made her get rid of it. So I was like, oh boy. Yeah. But across the street, there's a unit there, another building, and they don't have no restrictions. So I told her, why don't you go across the street, find somebody who doesn't have a car and just park it in their spot, work something out with them or something, but who knows?
I can go back to the Philippines.
Yeah, she wants to go back to the Philippines and retire there because a lot of U.S. military there in the Philippines retired. I mean, you have Subic Bay.
Partnership with the Philippines for a long time.
Yeah, Subic Bay was Navy. U.S. Navy was there for the longest. I think they just went back again because China's messing with everybody.
Right.
So, and the Air Force was at Clark, Pampanga, there, Luzon Island, the northern island. So there are a lot of retired U.S. military guys there living off their pension like kings.
Yeah.
Our $1 is worth at least 48 of their dollars.
48.
Yeah, isn't that something? You could buy a brand new construction 3-bedroom house for about 25,000 US in a gated community, safe, security guards, the whole nine. So that totally blew her mind when she went back. So she put money down on the house to build a house, and just I guess you want to go back one day. So whenever you want to go back, I guess whenever they clear up this COVID-19 or whatever, when they lift the restrictions. Yeah. We have everything here. Carrabba's, Wing House, the Mellow Mushroom, whatever that is, pizzeria, Perkins.
You guys came from California?
Oh, we came from Arkansas.
Oh, Arkansas.
We did lots of lightning too.
Yeah.
I had one right over the top of her house. I thought I was going to wake up in the morning and one of our neighbors' house burned down because the moment it boomed, it flashed and boomed. It's right at the exact time. And so I'm figuring it must have got a tree or something.
I learned the hard way. As soon as I moved here about 15 years ago, I was in a garden apartment. Heard a big bang. Boom! Lights flickered and everything. So I thought it hit the palm tree outside, right outside my door or something. I looked, palm tree was fine. But a month went by, I got the electric bill, it was $3.55. I'm like, what's going on? Yep, froze it. Hit the meter. Or it was close enough. Yep. So I was like, should I tell them? Shouldn't I tell them? I was like, yeah, I better tell them. I don't want no guesstimate bill. Clearwater. Yep.
So the airport was actually in Tampa Bay
In Tampa, Florida. Yep.
or Tampa, Florida.
Yep.
I guess.
As soon as you come over the bridges, the water, you come into Clearwater. Clearwater is very wide, north, actually, east to west. North to south, not too much.
Which way's the water?
The Gulf of Mexico is right in front of us. We're going to dead end right into it, right where the beach is at.
So they're going what direction?
West. if you like late night, if you get hungry later on or hungry now, there's a place called Captain's Pizza that's pretty good on the beach. They deliver right to the hotels.
Captain's Pizza.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was owned by a fire captain, believe it or not. And they sold it up. Yeah, they sold it to somebody else. When he retired, he just sold the business. There you go. Got it? All right.
You're gonna like here. I've been here in Florida for almost 30 years.
Got family in the Philippines?
Still hold back home.
It's going up a lot. A lot of people are driving. So,
Yeah, it's about 170.
well, that's not.
No, but our diesel is too. That's the same.
It's about the Philippines is diesel's pretty cheap there too. You always want to have a diesel vehicle in the Philippines, I think. I don't know why, but it's
Cheaper. Diesel is cheaper over there.
not here. It used to be cheaper here, but not anymore.
You get American automobiles in the Philippines?
You can, but they're very expensive because of the import fees and everything.
Somebody's driving.
Toyotas, and they're a little different there. You know, like your Toyota 4Runner here is called a Fortuner. There,